Hey y'all, welcome back to episode 6 of season 2. Wow, we are still going. Tonight we're going to get a little festive. We are getting into that time of year. Black Friday is right around the corner, which means Christmas is not too far away. So tonight we are bringing on our old classmate Lauren, who, Kevin, I'm going to let you do the intro because you are the one that brought this idea up. So let it do it your thing, bro.
Yeah, of course. And also for those listening, good evening. Kevin out here. You might think this is weird that we're recording. It's a Monday, but because of the work duties, we had to adjust the schedule and we're gonna make it work, especially for this episode. So one of my favorite things on Instagram was happen to see these stories that Lauren would go where she would just give some great recommendations on outfits in which she would find cheaper versions of them. So I thought, tis the season to be jolly. It's that time to be getting gifts for your loved ones. But hey, maybe you don't want to, break the bank, as they say. And maybe you just want to still have those great styles, but at the same time be cost efficient. So this is where our great friend Lauren is coming in. Lauren, how are you?
I'm
How's
good.
it
Thank you for
going?
having me.
Yes.
Great. Thank you for having me.
So it'll be a good time. I'm excited to have you. We're gonna chat it up all about some of your things, and I will get into those things. So, shall we go through the sports update first, real quick?
Yeah, and we're going to keep it all West Virginia today because, well,
Mhm.
besides the one sad thing that happened over the weekend was at Virginia, University of Virginia, with the 3 football players. Um, rest in peace to those 3. Senseless violence, again, catching anyone in the line of fire. So, they did catch the culprit, so that's good. And hopefully we'll have some answers onto why this happened. But to those families and the students and also the student athletes, our condolences go out to the University of Virginia at this point in time. But we're going to talk about their brother to the west a little bit here. West Virginia football. They actually beat Oklahoma for the first time since joining the Big 12. That is 10, 11 years of football, 12 years of football, and never winning. So that was big. I was at the game. I could tell you it was miserable. Oh my God. It was horrible weather. It was cold and kind of rainy to start. And we got up to our seats and the floodgates decided to open. Yeah. Yeah. We had to go downstairs, get ponchos and everything just to feel like we were covered up and stay warm. We left just about at halftime and went to Spage. So our old stomping grounds for anyone that's a West Virginia fan or living in Morgantown right now. Spage was where it's at on a Saturday afternoon for a football game. So that was fun. And then Sunday evening or Sunday afternoon, rather, the women's soccer team, they played Virginia Tech. They won 2-0. So they advanced to play Penn State, and I think it's the round of 16 this upcoming weekend. So hopefully the girls will pull off another win, and we'll see where it goes from there. Big thing though, West Virginia news came out today. First thing this morning, I sent a text to you, Kevin, and Andrew about this. We have no athletic director anymore. He is gone.
Yeah. I saw. I think I saw it on Twitter first, and I was like, "Oh, that's came on a very interesting time when football just won, women's soccer just won, and you forgot another one that happened on Friday night
Basketball.
where men's basketball just beat Pitt, and not only just they beat the hell out of Pitt, but at very interesting times. Just with I think there's 2 games left in the football season, start basketball season, and then now you have NCAAs for soccer. So very interesting time to change direction, but I think it's going to be something exciting. There are some names that have been rumored to have possibly have accepted the job. I keep hearing that it's been accepted. It's just on the hush hush for right now. on who it officially is going to be, but whoever it's going to be, I think it's just, if you think about, I think Lions came in at 2015.
2015 Lions has been here, and he was a good leader at that time. He just, from what the articles I read, it stated that he was doing too much. His hands were all over the place, like he was delegating too many of his duties that he needs to hold on to. And I guess they did offer him to stay on as the associate president at West
Yes, they
Virginia,
did.
and he said no. Which, hey, you know what? That's okay. I understand that, because his main goal has always been to be an athletic director. And when you basically are ripped of that title, you don't want to stay any longer. So good for him.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting as time goes on what's going to happen. I mean, a lot of the next rumors is that Coach Neil Brown is probably going to be on his way out, possibly. But, the buyout is a hefty one. I think it is at 17 million.
It's at
So
16.
Well, somebody said 17 the other day. So it's somewhere in that 16, 17 million. But we'll see what happens if they have enough money to buy him out and also get a new coach. Who knows? But definitely exciting times. I think the president of WV, Gordon G, said it best. There's changing times in collegiate athletics, and sometimes you need a fresh start.
Yep.
And I think that's what we're getting right now. So we shall roll with the punches and see what happens.
Yeah, we will. It'll be good. I think it'll be good for all of West Virginia. They've been a non-prominent team in the past few years, athletic wise, and we need to get back up to being the people that you can walk around and be proud of that team. So we'll see. There's some names, like you said, Kevin. I'm really hoping it's the guy from Oregon. That'd be fantastic, because he's done a phenomenal job. Also, it's Oregon, so it keeps us with Nike a lot longer. So yeah.
Also, he is a former alum, so that helps. Yeah, I don't know if you knew that or not. He's a former alum. He graduated the same time as the next person that was on that list, Oliver Luck. So they were in the same, fun fact, sport management class. Yeah. So
how we could maybe reach that level one day.
I know.
Probably not. No, we weren't going to. We're not going to get there. It's okay.
Well, this is now what we're doing. We're rocking out here.
Yep. All right, Kevin. What you're wearing a jersey I did not expect you to wear.
Well, yeah, I worked for you since you did a great job rocking the second portion of our podcast. We're out here.
Oh boy, yeah.
I can't wait to see. Oh man, that doesn't really sound very promising now. Can't wait to see the footage there. Is it so bad? That's okay. Andrew will make you look great. But yes, I wore, in honor of merit, Boston Celtics jersey. It is, hold on, whoops.
Tatum?
No, this is Gordon Hayward.
Oh.
Yeah. This was from one of my friends. So, Lauren, to let you fill you in, when COVID happened and I was bored while everybody is getting creative and doing fun things around the house to keep myself busy, I was just eBay shopping and trying to collect as many of these Nike jerseys that have a fun sponsor on them. So this one has a General Electric one, and yeah, I got it for a steal, and we're out here. So Merritt went to go take a quick second, but let's see where we're going next. So honestly, we are going to take it to you. So for those that are watching, we have Miss Lauren Sewell on the podcast. I'm so happy that you're here. So first things first, how's it been? How's life been? I know you have 2 young ones now. Where are we at now?
Yeah, so I'm super busy. Well, I had a third, so now I have 3 little ones.
Oh my God, I didn't know you had a third. Amazing.
Yeah, I've got 3. So very busy. Life is crazy, but wonderful.
Oh my gosh, what are their ages?
My oldest just turned 7, and then my
Uh-huh.
middle is 2.5, and my
Oh my
youngest just
gosh.
turned 1. My boys are only like 17 months apart, so they're very close in age.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. So
Yeah.
just for some little fun facts, we met at West Virginia. You know, we're
Mm-hmm.
both sport management majors. You
Yes,
were on the rowing team when you were there.
I was. Fun fact.
Yes.
A lot of people
Yes,
don't
fun
know that.
fact. Do they really not?
No, a lot of people don't know that. It'll always come out because my husband was a D1 lacrosse player.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll be like, "Oh, you were a lacrosse player?" And he'll be like, "Yeah." And she was on the rowing team at West Virginia. And they'd be like, "You?" Because I'm not your typical like rower. When you look at me, you think of like Ohio State, Notre Dame, like 6 foot, super broad shoulders. Like I'm not. I would walk by them at regattas and be like the tiny little shrimp, even though I'm not that tiny. I'm average size, and so I think some people are surprised that I actually rode in college.
Well, yeah, because I always remember you, because I feel like every time when like everyone in the major got together, you kind of like know everybody for like that one little thing. So like me, I was like the short, like the only Asian kid in our class that's like super loud.
Kevin,
Merritt is like the tall guy from New Hampshire. And then
Yeah.
you're the rower. You were always on
I
you were
was
on the rowing team. So I was like,
yeah,
that's
and
Lauren.
well,
She's on the
and
rowing team.
yeah, and usually I was
Oh,
like either coming from our morning practice or going to my afternoon practice. So it's funny that I ended up like sharing clothes on Instagram because I feel like everybody in college just always saw me in like my Nike sweats, like my rowing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I would show up in sweatpants and like slides and like spandex and be walking in and out. And some people were like, "Wait, like you really like clothes and shoes?" And I'm like, "I know, it's shocking. I'm like always in sweatpants, but like that's kind of my thing." But I was like, "But I really like athletic clothes too." That's like another kind of niche of that whole thing, is that I've always loved sneakers. Like my husband was just joking at me today. He saw like a new pair of shoes I got. He was like, "Do you really need these?" And I was like, "They were on sale." And
sounds like my wife. It sounds like my wife. Do you really need those?
yeah,
Not
yes.
really, but I like them.
So he asked me, he's like, "How many pairs of shoes do you have upstairs?" And I was like, "I don't know. I've never counted." But I was like, I always wear them. I just maybe not for a couple years, but I wear them again.
Can you do a video of just you like dropping all your shoes and counting how many you actually own? Like we want to do that
I
with Kevin
should.
and his jerseys. I think that'd be fantastic with you and your shoes.
I think
Yes,
they
my
wanted
husband would probably love that.
they would want me to do that with my shoes too, because Lord
I
only
was gonna
knows.
say Kevin has a lot of shoes too, so I know you've got a lot of shoes.
Yeah,
Kevin Kevin
it's
has a sickness.
it's a disease. I
It's a
mean,
disease.
it's what it is. I've been like this for so many years, except like I never could really show it off as much when I was at school, because if you think about it, you have the hard winter in there, so you're not gonna be wearing like nice
Mhm.
shoes in Morgantown because you're just gonna ruin them.
Who wore
And then
nice shoes in Morgantown? Granted,
hey, there's people that would.
granted, I saw a lot of things this weekend. We'll put it that way, and we all of us know what I'm talking about in Morgantown.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Mhm.
but there was a few people rocking some really nice J's, and I was like, "You're probably going to the dungeon." Um, I wouldn't wear that. No,
Yeah,
no.
Yeah, we still have a joke that depend like when I was like I would try on dresses and stuff, that my husband would be like, that's a high street dress, like that's a dress you'd wear to high street, or like we would joke like, "Okay, is this like
Oh,
a high street dress, or is this?" And like my mom and I would joke about it too, and we were like, "No, this is like a high, this is when I like was first out of college, obviously. I'm in my 30s. I don't really wear clothes that look like I should be on high street anymore. But when I first got out, it's hard to find clothes that like it's like that borderline of like, okay, I'm going to like a bridal shower versus like I'm going to high street. Like it's hard to find that like middle ground. So that was kind of our joke. We're like borderline high street.
Oh
oh
my
man.
gosh. Shout out. So me and Merritt actually walked down High Street like this past September. I could not have felt more ancient walking up that street
Oh
than
my
I did
God.
that time because the newest thing that's in right now is like vintage. Like people love to buy
Mhm.
like vintage.
Yep.
And we went into a couple of vintage stores and I'm like, yeah, I still have that shirt from when like that came out. And
Mhm.
this guy is charging like $90 for it. And I still have it in my house in collection. I'm like, it's out of control. It's out of control.
Mhm. Yeah, we're vintage now, Kevin.
Yeah. I like that better than old. I like that we're vintage.
You know what?
I
I'm
like
gonna
that.
start using that.
More classy.
Yeah, we're well as classy as we can be from going to school at West Virginia. So let's
Yeah.
let's pump the brakes on classy.
Oh, I know. I say that I went to school at West Virginia. They're like, so you partied all the time? And I was like, I was up at 5 a.m. every day at practice. No, I did not party all the
That's
time.
like the
I was like, no.
that's always the best. So did you burn any couches? I'm like, one, I was a practice player on the women's basketball team, so I'm not gonna get myself in any trouble.
That's right.
Two, like if I saw a couch being burned, I was like, you're an idiot because you just lost your couch for your house. So no,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
And I just stayed away from couch burning because I don't want to get on fire. So,
And
it's
it's now a
it is.
felony there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see one
So-
couch
It has to be.
afterwards, after the Oklahoma game, like driving out, that had been put on fire the night before.
Oh, good times. Good
I was
times.
like,
I
wow.
remember wondering why everybody had couches on their porch when I first like started there. And I was like, why do people just have like these normal indoor couches like on their porch? Like this is not normal. Like why don't you have patio furniture on your porch?
Do you
Like I
remember?
thought it was so weird.
Do you remember when it was like our final year or something that they put the ordinance out that if you had any furniture that was not like nailed down to your deck or whatever, had to be either put back inside or thrown in the dumpsters, and if not, it was like
Mhm.
you were getting arrested. I was like, oh, I know plenty of people like that. So good
Yeah.
luck.
My goodness. So we talking about school and Lauren, we've had a couple of people from our major. I don't think we can be remiss without at least you
One.
giving us your at least one favorite Doc Jones moment, or maybe it may not be your favorite, but a memorable moment of Sir Dr. Jones.
I have a lot for sure. There's many. I think the first one that would pop in my mind is that I remember I was like our coach kept us late at practice and I was sprinting to his class and he locked me out of the class and I was like begging to come back in. He was just like looking across, just like, and I was like, I'm never late. Like, let me in. It was like the most, but I was like, you never do this to anybody. You always leave the door open. It was like a joke. Like he just was in like one of those funny moods. But then I think probably my favorite memory was it was in that classroom in like, the back of the Coliseum that overlooked the track when we always had classes in that's like, it was like the smaller classroom back there.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in there and he just randomly one day was like, you know what? We're just gonna talk today. Like, we're just gonna like kind of like, let's just have like a free day. It was like, and we like went around and we were just like, I think because we were all talking at first. And so I don't remember what we went over like an assignment at the end or like it was like something upcoming, but he just like kind of let us like all talk and catch up and he wanted to hear about what we were all doing and like it was just really a cool moment because it was like it's not very often that like a teacher connects like that with the whole class on a level like that and like everyone was I don't know, it was really cool. So
That is probably the most like pleasant Doc Jones story we've had on the pod.
Yeah. Usually they're pretty much like ripping him apart. Granted, we all know we can do that, but it's also good to hear that the other side of the doc. I remember small classroom like that. I had Shadow in my class with me, and we were doing some presentation, and he and I both walked in with soccer jerseys on. Everyone else is like dressed up like for presentations, and he and I look at each other going, "Did you know we're presenting today?" No, I guess we are.
I think I actually remember that now that you say it.
Yeah.
Because I think I remember seeing you guys walk in, and I was like, "Cool, they forgot." Like they forgot that we were like presenting.
Shad and I
I
sat.
remember that now that you.
He and I sat down and went, "I think we have something today." And Doc's like, "So you guys want to not do this?" And going, "Preferably, I don't want to be here. So no, I'm cool. Can I leave?" And he's like, "No, you're going first." I'm like, "Shit." All right, well, I'm like, Shadow, do you have the paper I wrote you? Okay, you got that. You're good.
Now that you say that, I remember, because I remember him making you guys go first.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that stinks."
I think I left after that, though. I think I just snuck right out. I was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna fail.
Think there was one class where like I remember him. They presented, and I think he like ripped the paper in front of like them because he was just like unhappy. Do you remember that, or was that a different class?
No, it was his class. It was the
Yeah.
It was the marketing project that we had to do. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, and that was like a pretty extensive project. That was like a lot of work.
Can I be honest? Because Doc will probably maybe I'll send this one episode to Doc, just to make him hate me for a little bit. I didn't do the project.
Did you not do the project?
I technically did it, but I did it 2 years prior, before I transferred from University of New Hampshire. I did a marketing project, and when he's like, "Oh, we're doing this," and I was like, "Oh, I have a project I already did, and I can just revamp it a little bit and add a couple more details." And that's exactly what I did for that project. I was like, "There's no way."
Such a genius. I would have done the same thing.
I was like, "There's no way I'm going to."
A lot of work.
Yeah, I was like, I go to West Virginia. I'm gonna go enjoy my weekends.
Was that the one where you had to like market some sort of like product or something? Because I think I remember he made me do my project on Zumba.
Yeah, he made you do your project because you were a Zumba instructor.
Yeah, and like,
and hey,
and it worked. And I remember like you had the one person that is in front of you that's like he has the index card of like how much time he got left. And I remember it turned from like 3 minutes, and he put the next one 10 seconds. I'm like, oh well, I'm done.
Yep. The index cards. Now I feel like I'm having like PTSD from like I forgot about the index cards until you said anything, and now that you said it, I'm like, that was like so stressful.
Talk with this, and you just sit there. You have no idea how much time he's going to pull out. It's going to be like 10 minutes to 50 minutes. I'm going,
oh boy. And he would just keep his like lips together and just like nod his head. And you're like, do you like this? Do you not like this? Like, how is this going?
Oh, you can't read it. No.
I just remember I was one of like the first presentations to go. So like, I just remember being like, thank God, like the rest of the class, I could just either like not show up or just pretend and be there because it was just so stressful.
Yeah, you always wanted to go first with doc presentations because you never had to show up afterwards.
That's a fact. Yes. So now we fast forward past school. So the stories, Lauren. So I just remember, you were on my feed constantly, and like for long stories at a time, giving me suggestions on what somebody could wear and suggestions on what could buy. So I wanted to know, how did this start, and how did you start doing this, and where did it start coming from?
So I had it in my mind for a while that it was something that was interesting to me. But it kind of started because I would go to weddings, or I would go to baby showers and bridal showers, or even just like walking around, and people would be like, "Where did you get that? I love your outfit." And I'd be like, "Oh, Target." Like, or I started saying like, "Oh, I got this from Walmart." And they're like, "No way is that from Walmart." Like people, or I'd say Amazon. It was before people were really shopping at Amazon. I'm talking like 8 years ago. So before, like, you really had to dig to find the good stuff on Amazon. Like, people were not buying clothes on Amazon. They did not have clothing lines. These were just random, like, even small businesses that were just trying to get traction on like a bigger platform versus like an Etsy or something. So I would find these dresses, or I would find these outfits, and people would not believe me that they were from Amazon. They were like $25. And so my sister-in-law was like, "You need to start sharing this stuff. Like, people would love this," because I just noticed that a lot of influencers and people on Instagram were sharing things, but I would click on the links and they'd be like $100, $200 dresses. And I'm like, okay, for a special occasion, like if we're going to my husband's military ball, yes, like I have to wear a gown, things like that. But I'm like, if I'm wearing a dress to a bridal shower, I'm not going to spend $200 on a dress. So when I could find something that looks very, very similar for a fraction of the price, and then I can get more. So that was kind of my mentality, was that like I could get something really cute and I could have more and not spend, for $200, I could get all of my fall clothes and winter clothes for the season instead of just having one dress for one event that I maybe will wear one other time. So actually my old Instagram had gotten deleted. And it was 2019, and I was like, we were living in Louisiana and I was like, oh, I guess, I'll try it. I was just in between jobs. I just finished a job and I was looking for a new job, and I was like, well, why not? We'll start it. And so I started it from zero. My sister-in-law was my first follower, and then my husband was my second. I had nothing. I had no idea what I was doing. And I put it off for a while and didn't start following a lot of other people at first because I was kind of like embarrassed, because I was like, are people going to think, I think a lot of people like to think, don't care what people think about you, but that's really easier said than done. We ought like kind of care what people think, even though you want to try to like play it cool. So when it comes to social media, people, when you're sharing something that you like, or sometimes you see people sharing like MLM stuff, you're like, people can be like, oh, that's lame. She's got like 20 followers and she's like trying to share links. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a joke. So, but I just kind of started posting, and I was starting to get like people responding and messaging me back and being like, oh my gosh, I bought this and I love it. And they would send me pictures. Like the first thing I shared was this Amazon dress that was $25, and people bought it and they were sending me pictures in it, and they were like, I feel so confident in it. I love it. Like, I've been looking for new things. And that was something that as a new mom was really hard to like kind of lose your confidence a little bit. And then you kind of get in that groove again. So that's something that really helped me after my daughter, was clothes, and like finding clothes that made me feel confident and good. And so it was really fun to see how sharing clothing on Instagram that's affordable and more attainable for people, for like the everyday person, really actually made a difference with some people, which sounds really crazy. But it's been really fun to see.
Yeah, Lauren, I just took a peek. You have almost 13,000 followers just for your clothes. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're just still trying to get to like 500, and like, yo, that's awesome though.
500. We're trying to get 150. What the hell are you talking about? We're even there yet.
We're at 150.
No way.
I lied. We're at 144. I'm sorry. But
right,
maybe after this we'll get to 150.
Instagram page.
Yes.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, and I took almost 2 years off since 2019. So I took like 2 random breaks after when I got pregnant with my third, and then after my third. So it was like 2 years that I didn't post anything almost. But now I've kind of gotten back into it. And I'm a very like creative person, so it's something that I enjoy doing and I enjoy sharing. And it was interesting when I came back after having my son, and people were like, where have you been? We've missed you. Like, we're so happy to see your post again. And you build these relationships with people because people are messaging you and they're like, look what I wore to my, my daughter's wedding. Like, even people that are like my mom's friends follow me. Or they would see me, some of my family in person, they'd be like, we really miss your stories. And I was like, really? Like, you think sometimes with social media, you can kind of get in your head and feel like a little bit stupid, because it's not in my personality to like, I was never a person to take selfies. Like, there was not one selfie or like just solo picture of me on my phone before I started this page. And then I was the weirdo in downtown New Orleans with a tripod taking pictures of myself. So like I went from one extreme to the other. And I'm not kidding, I would have guys like, and just random people staring at me because they're like, why is this girl running down the street with a tripod taking pictures of herself? Like I look like a psychopath. Because this was also before like the influencers in the wild page, so people
Right.
Oh,
didn't
but that's my
really put two
favorite
and
page to
two.
follow. Oh,
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. But all the photos that you see on my page, 95% of them I took with a tripod.
wow.
That's amazing.
I took by myself. So, but it's interesting because there's so much behind the scenes that people don't see, and you become a photographer, learning about lighting and posing and all of that stuff. But then there's like the whole business side of it, because then you have brands reaching out to collaborate with you, and you're doing contracts and you're doing things like that. So there's like a lot behind the scenes that people just think it's a lot bigger than what you would think.
Wow, that is amazing. So you like, well, we'll get to that sort of that because I have some questions on there. But so you mentioned like, people like missed like seeing you on, your stories. And I am one included because I always look forward to middle of the week around probably towards the afternoon. And I would
Mhm.
get my dose of Walmart Wednesdays. And you would put up the
Mhm.
poll of like which one is like the better one, or which one should you return, or which one should you keep. And I was like,
Yeah.
I totally take this. So I would, and then I didn't even notice that you like stopped for that long, but I remember I was like, why is something's missing on these Wednesdays out here? And it was your
Walmart
Walmart
Wednesday.
Wednesdays. But so can you give us some of your favorite finds that you shared on your Walmart Wednesday?
Yes. Oh, there's a lot of good ones, because that started when I first started my page. That was like the first week I started Walmart Wednesday. I searched the hashtag and nobody had used it yet. And I was like, I'm going to do this because I buy like most of my everyday clothes at Walmart, and people never believe me. And there's like some solid like dupes at Walmart. Um, And so probably some of my favorite items, I have 2 or 3 pairs of boots from Walmart actually that are dupes for some Steve Madden, like $100 boots that I got for like
Okay.
$20.
Nice.
So some
Nice.
boots. And I love my newest favorite find is probably one of my favorite pair of jeans, like summer jeans. They're more like crop jeans, but they are definitely comparable to like my Levi Abercrombie jeans, because I still love to splurge. Like, don't get me wrong, I still like
Of
to
course,
splurge, like
everyone
You
does.
got
you
you
know,
got to do that.
certain shoes, or like for my birthday or for Christmas. Like I still love a good designer purse. I still love a good like
Mhm.
designer shoe, but I'd rather on my everyday stuff wear stuff that's still cute, but maybe a dupe, and then get a couple nicer things here and there. So
That's gonna be a new shirt. Cute, but a dupe. You should start
yeah.
I like
selling that
that.
there.
You can send 2 our way. We will definitely wear those 100%.
Okay, we'll make them.
Yes. Mayor, you have anything, sir, other than me going through this? You have anything?
Well, I kind of missed part of the start because of my own funness over here. But Lauren, have listening to you talk about it, have you thought of doing your own podcast like what Kevin and I do here, or like even a YouTube series channel where it's like, yes, looking on social media and stuff is great, but like watching you actually go like through the store and be like showing out the pics and stuff. Have you ever thought about doing something like that?
Yeah, so I have like a list of things that I would love to do. Um, some of which are those. For a while I was kind of focused on like just growing my Instagram and like finding those like ride or die like followers, that because with Instagram you'll see people fluctuate. So you always have people that follow and unfollow. Like for every 5 people you gain, you lose 10. So you're posting, it's so hard to grow on Instagram right now. It's probably one of the hardest platforms to really like grow on. So I've considered going over to YouTube, or like I've kind of been posting on TikTok a little bit to have another platform. I did have a website.
Oh, Lauren, you cut out. I can't hear. I can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, now I can.
Ah,
Okay.
yay. We're
Well,
live.
Lauren, as I told you, we lose internet. Apparently, it's my turn this time, not Kevin's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
normally
okay.
it is me that always gets cut off. So, Merritt, it's all
Yeah.
good. Happens to the best of us.
My bad. Continue.
So
Ignore me.
I definitely, that's like on my list. I think I would love to do that. I also have a full-time job that I do like Monday through Friday. And then with 3 kids, and my husband works basically 2 jobs because he's in the reserves and he's working for the state police down here. He flies for them. So he works 12-hour shifts. So our schedule since we've moved here has been insane, but I am hopeful that maybe I can pour more time in like this next year is kind of our goal, that I can kind of take off with this and do something like YouTube and things like that. Cause it's definitely grown a lot more for like people sharing stuff. I feel like it's definitely more saturated than when I first started. Even though there was like the OGs, like way, back like 10 years ago. But I feel like sometimes the difference is you have some of these larger people with larger following that they share Walmart and Target, but they only share it when they're getting paid. So they're like, you'll see it's like Walmart partner, and they'll share it every couple of months. But do they really wear that? Do they really go into the store and shop in Walmart? No, because they're only buying stuff. And I know because I know the website and I'm shopping on it frequently. They're only buying stuff that's on the website, and usually it's over $50 too. So I would like to put a little bit more focus on people that are going in the store. And there's some of the pages that definitely do that. But my focus is more like being like affordably extra. Like you don't have to spend a lot of money to feel confident and look cute. And, and that even goes for like the clothes that I buy my husband. Like I just bought him this whole workout outfit from Costco, and he keeps wearing it. And it's a dupe for Cuts. Like it looks like the Cuts joggers that are over $100, and we paid 20. So it's like, he keeps wearing them, and I'm like, oh, you feel good in this? Like you like that? So, it's things like that. Like sometimes you get a new outfit and it's just fun. It's fun to get new stuff.
So you literally
I won't
just
lie. Target jeans are the best jeans out there.
Right?
Straight
I
up.
just ordered him a bunch of Target stuff because their stuff is 30% off right now. So
that is so great you transitioned that, because I know you've shopped, you've done Target, you've done Walmart, you've done Costco, you've done Amazon. Which one of those is the most underrated for deals? Or if there's another place that I didn't list that's even more underrated?
I think probably for deal, like I think people are catching on to Walmart now. I definitely think Walmart, so Walmart has different brands underneath like the Walmart umbrella. So
yeah,
my go-to brand at Walmart is Time and True. That's like whenever you find a Time and True thing, the quality is there with like the price. So if you go to like the No Boundary stuff, that's like their junior section, the quality is hit or miss. So I think going into that, knowing, okay, if you're going to Walmart, the Time and True brand, I think is the most underrated line of clothing, because I have Time and True sweaters that I bought 4 years ago for $15 that still look brand new. So that's less than $5 a year. And so they're a great deal, and they're so soft that I actually did Amazon's another good one too. So Amazon has a lot of like Lululemon dupes. So I did a whole segment with my daughter and my husband about comparing my Lululemon leggings to my Amazon leggings that were $18. And I just had them close their eyes and put them down, and they felt them. They looked at the seams. They are almost identical. And my husband thought the Amazon ones were softer. and so did my daughter. So it's fun to like do stuff like that compares the two. But I do love Amazon and Walmart for underrated items. But Amazon, you got to dig sometimes.
Okay. I love that. So with that, Mayor, you have anything to add there, sir?
Nope, I'm good. Continue.
Right.
So I'm not even here half the time because
So
I haven't been for this one.
it's okay. You're feeling it today, sir. It's all
Damn
good.
stomach bugs. Don't get one.
So for people doing their shopping at these places, what are some tips that you can give the people of the man listening to the Manly Music's podcast to help them find things at that great value price?
Yeah. So my biggest tip, and I always tell people this for like Prime Day or like any big sale, is that if you have a list of things, like, a lot of people will be like, for Black Friday, I really want a TV or I really want a computer or things like that, like big staple pieces. My biggest tip is find the thing before and see how much it is. Amazon is known, like, well, I don't know if people know this. I feel like it's pretty common knowledge, but for marking up the original price than what it was originally at.
Mm-hmm.
So for Prime Day, there was an item that they were like, this was $80 and it's on sale for $40. Well, the week before, it wasn't 40, it was like 42, or it wasn't 80, it was like 42. So you're really not getting, they make you believe like you're getting it for 50% off because they changed that original price and they skyrocket it. So you think you're getting 50% off, but really you're only getting like 2%, like 1%. So I always tell people, if you know what you're looking for, just add it to your cart before and see what it totals at, see what just do a quick scan. That way it's ready and you have it there. But with Amazon, I really prefer versus like Prime Day deals. I always prefer the lightning deals that are just going every day. So they have like a bunch of things that are just lightning deals that is the actual price and then an extra discount. So with the lightning deals, they don't tend to like mark them up like that because they don't have millions of people on their site because it's Black Friday or it's Cyber Monday or it's Prime Day. Everybody knows it's Prime Day and they're marketing it for weeks before with all these major influencers being like getting paid to post about it. So I think that's what I try to tell people is that sometimes you can get a good deal, but really try to like do that 10-minute research a couple weeks before and make sure that like you're actually getting a good deal, because the next week maybe they'll have a clickable coupon and you'll actually get a better deal. So because that's happened to me a couple times.
That's good to know. Christmas is right around the corner, Kevin. We got to make sure we're spending money wisely.
Yes. Awesome. Now, real quick, you mentioned some influencers. Did you model your page after any particular influencers, or you're like, yo, I'm just gonna kind of rock with it. Let me see what I can do.
Not really. I tried to kind of stay in my lane as much as possible, just because I feel like whenever I would start using the app to scroll too much, or I get into habits of like, we all do, like where we're just scrolling, and we're not really using it for like a purpose,
Yeah.
And there's times that like I tend to do that. I never really modeled after anybody else, because if I model my page after somebody else, they're going to follow me because I'm acting like that person and that I'm not myself. So I wanted people to follow me because they liked me and they felt like I was sharing my real life. And that's what it was. It was, I actually do shop at Walmart. I actually do shop at Target. I was shopping at Amazon. I would share, I shared our infertility journey and us going through IVF. I shared, my son's health struggles just last week. And those are the things that people connect over. And then you realize how many other people are going through similar things or going through the same things. And as much as it helped me, it was amazing to see how it helped other people, and that this platform wasn't just clothes all the time. It wasn't just material things. Like, you will never, not once have I ever said, you need this. Hurry up and get this because you need this. That has been from my start. I've told my husband, you will never hear me say that. because you don't need this. If it's something that you want and it makes you feel good, then and you can afford it, go for it. But I never wanted somebody to come to my page and feel inferior because they couldn't afford something, or they didn't feel like, Instagram can kind of, and social media in general can kind of make you feel like, oh, I should be doing this, or my house should look like this, or it gets at that comparison game. So I always wanted people to come and feel like I was a friend and not like this person, with a platform, because that's never how I viewed myself, because I was like, I have 10,000 followers at the time. I'm like, I don't have 500,000. I don't have 1 million. I'm like, really, it's not that big, like people,
She says not that big. We sit over here at 144. Come on.
One day we'll get to 4 digits.
That'd be great.
We're gonna get you there.
Yes.
All right.
That was beautifully said, Lauren. I love that. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Are you guys ready for my game?
Oh yes. Boy. Oh all boy. Right. Oh boy.
So I'm gonna test Merritt. I'm gonna send you and Lauren the pictures. So I went scouring all over the internet to find some photos of like the best outfits that were made from Walmart, Target, Amazon, and Costco.
Oh boy.
So I'm gonna send you 4 pictures one at a time, and then you'll think about it, and then you guys will let me know which places are each of these photos.
This is good, Kevin. This is good.
Oh man, this is gonna be rough.
So I will say also, just to make your lives easier, there are no duplicates. So it's one answer for each photo. Okay. So
okay, cool.
All right. Perfect. So here we go.
Thank you. No trick questions.
Yeah, there's no trick questions. It's just 4 and 4. Okay. All right. Ready? So here is the first one. So don't write them down on which ones they are. So here's the first one. Right. Let me know if you guys got it.
All right, I got it.
Okay. All right. So this is the first one.
My God, I'm so not gonna win this one.
All righty. So here we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and send you the second one. So for those that are just listening to us and not watching us on the YouTube, I'm currently sending 4 photos of some outfits, and Lauren and Merritt are going to try and figure out what places they're from. The places that are the options are Target, Costco, Amazon, and Walmart. So that's number 2. Number 3 is coming out now.
I'm hoping I have some of these clothes.
That would actually, I was kind of thinking, like, I wonder if she has any of this. Here's number 3. Think about it. I tried to make sure they're fashion forward. I didn't want to pick anybody that was dressed ugly. And here we go, number 4.
These are so hard.
Yeah, these are actually pretty tough. These are more tough than I thought.
Okay.
I think I can.
All right.
I'm gonna fail, but I'm okay with going down with the sinking ship on this one.
All right, so we're going.
But
first
some of these, I'm wondering, like some of them, I'm like, I think that tank is Amazon, but so I think some of them might be mixed.
Okay.
But maybe.
All right. So, do any of you want to guess the first one?
The first one.
I said Costco.
Okay. Lauren?
I would guess, let me see. I'm thinking it's the dress. See, I'm going back on Walmart and Target on the dress because the jean jacket looks like one I have from Walmart. But I don't know if they make that in a black wash. I'm pretty sure it's just a denim wash.
See, I'm learning so much.
This is how this is how much detail like you learn.
All right. Are you guys, what's your selection, Lauren?
Oh gosh, this is hard. I guess I'll go with. I guess I'll go with that one. Target.
You're gonna go Target.
Yeah, I guess we'll go with
All
Target.
right, Merritt, you're right. This is Costco.
I want to
Costco?
shot in the dark.
Yeah. So, just
No
some info.
way.
Just for some info for you.
What?
So
How?
the dress is a flowy dress from Jessica Simpson with a buffalo denim jacket that was bought from Costco.
Buffalo. Yeah, the buffalo jacket.
Nice.
Right? Shout out to you,
Nice.
Merritt. You got one. That was awesome.
That's good.
Dude, the
I'm
simple fact that
impressed.
I got
I'm impressed.
one.
That's awesome.
I want to walk away
I'm
saying I won
impressed.
this whole game just because I got one right.
You should.
All right.
You should.
The second one. So
Mm.
to preface, I'll see if I can show the photo. I'll try to blur out the lady's face because I don't know if we get in trouble for this stuff. But
Yeah, don't
There you
put
go.
anything that we can't put out there.
so let me know, Merritt, what did you guess for this second photo?
I said Amazon, but I'm might be kicking myself on that one.
Okay, Lauren.
I really think the last one's Amazon.
That's
I'm like
what-
pretty confident that sweater is Amazon. So I'm gonna go with Target because I'm pretty sure that duster is Walmart in the third one. I don't know. But see that tank in the third one, I know is Amazon, like 100%. So I'm like, okay, is it the duster? Or is it the tank? Because I know that tank is Amazon. But the fourth one, I have a sweater from Amazon that looks exactly like that.
So to make everyone's life easy, so all of the photos that I got are all the entire outfit from top to bottom is everything. So the one from Merritt, that was all Costco. So I don't know if that adjusts your decision.
Okay, so that's helpful. Okay.
Merritt, are you still sticking with yours?
Yeah, just because I feel like in a lot of the Amazon pictures I see, like they always have more clothes in the background or like some type of interesting background like that. My wife literally shows me these pictures all the time. I'm like, sure, cool, whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with Amazon, even though I'm probably gonna get it wrong.
Lauren?
I think I'm gonna go with. Oh, this is really hard. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up.
Okay.
Because we did Costco already. I'm gonna say Walmart for 2.
Okay. So that outfit that the lady with the leopard print shoes and black pants, that is a Target outfit.
Oh, I should have gone with my first guess.
So the Target,
I second guessed myself.
So the Target, it's the cozy sweater with the you have the jeans are from there, and then a same with the leopard print shoes. We're all from the Target fall collection.
Yeah, see, Time and True has a pair of mules just like that.
Gotcha.
I got my own head.
All right.
I'm like not making a good name for myself in this game.
It's because you know
I'm not gonna
too
get
much.
any followers from this.
All right, so just
you know too much. That's all.
And also remember,
yeah.
So, like I said, these are only used once. So, for example, the third one, Costco's already been chosen and Target's been chosen. So, the third one, she's got the hat on. It's either Amazon or Walmart. Merritt, what do you think? You first.
I'm gonna go Wally World.
You're gonna go Wally World, okay?
Yeah, Wally World on this one.
Okay. Lauren?
I feel like that's a really.
I'm gonna go with Oh
boy, she's doing it again.
I'm second guessing because that purse, her face is in it. That purse, they have a Time and True one at Walmart. That's that purse. But
Kevin is having a good time of his life right now.
I know. I'm like really second guessing here. I'm gonna go Amazon with the third one.
Okay. It is Amazon for the third one. I was trying to keep my
that tank.
I was trying to keep my composure because you kept literally pointing out the tank, and I'm like, she's gonna get it. So yeah, so that entire thing from
Wow.
the kimono that she's wearing, the sneakers, the denim shorts, and the camisole, all from Amazon.
The kimono kind of gave it away too, because the kimono is like classic Amazon for spring and summer.
Yes.
But that tank, I think that tank's been shared, has to like 2 million times at this point. I mean, in the summer, it's like all over my feed. I do not own it, but I know it's Amazon.
So then that leaves the last one, and this last photo is indeed Walmart, because
Interesting.
Lauren mentioned it. It is part of the Time and True line.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know Time and True when I see it. I'm like a old time and True girl. Like,
but yeah, that was my game. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that.
That was fun.
Good, Kevin.
Yeah, I wanted to spice it up because I feel like we've only like talked to our guests. I felt like this was the time to like. So Lauren, a lot of the things that we do on our podcast, we do a lot of drafting, like drafts, like selecting and picking. So I was like, I'm trying to figure out something that way, and I was like, why don't I just do like a picture game? I was gonna get all fancy and do like a whole like PowerPoint presentation to see, but Merritt knows my how I feel about screen sharing and how my luck has been with screen sharing, and it hasn't been good on my end. So exactly.
Real bad.
But yes, so that was
great.
That's what I had. Merritt, do you have anything else, sir?
No, for the parts that I've been here is fantastic. No, this has been awesome. I honestly, like, half the stuff that Lauren was talking about, I had never heard of before. Like Time and True. Awesome. Now I know if I need to get something nice for my wife, I'm just going to Walmart. But it's also definitely been a good time to catch back up with former classmates and stuff. So
yeah, for sure. Like, this was a lot of fun. So Merritt, do you think I missed anything?
Wow. I'm not used to you asking me that question. That makes me feel weird.
Yeah, because this is the other. That's the other way. You got to break. You got to break out here. Sir.
So am I doing the outro too?
I don't know how I feel about you doing the outro because I didn't do the intro.
No, I don't think we missed anything. I think this was honestly a lot of fun. I would 100% say, Lauren, we should have you back on when it comes to like different times of the year for fashion, because
that'd be awesome.
It's Kevin and I. Fashion is not.
Whoa!
Well, you're
yourself.
We can do.
You're better than me,
Kevin. Fashionable.
Kevin.
Yeah.
No.
Kevin, you're better than me.
We could do men's.
We
could do men's fashion.
You know what? We should totally bring you back at some point, and we'll do. Maybe you give us like a.
Oh boy.
Like a beginning of the year, what to look out for that I should dabble in.
Yeah, we can do that. Hey, a fun fact is that when I was actually in high school, I used to my brother was in middle school, and I used to lay out his clothes for him before school so that he would look like the coolest dressed like kid in middle school. And so we always joke and then when I was dating my husband, I would he's the middle of 3 brothers, and the other 2 didn't have girlfriends at the time. So after they got all their gift cards at Christmas, we'd all go shopping, and they would I would pick everything out for them.
Oh my God.
And I would like tell them like, get this, don't get that, get this. And then they all got married, and I was like, I don't have to do that anymore. So,
oh my God, amazing.
I dressed my husband. So I actually have a lot of experience in like men's fashion. That's why I share like the stuff I get for my husband too, for people to buy.
That's great, because my wife tries to tell me what to wear, and I'm like, this looks good. I'm just going to the
sometimes
store.
He says no. Like, I showed him a picture yesterday. He was like, I would just try it. And he was like, no.
I mean, I just need to be able to fit into all this stuff because I'm just large and in charge. But,
no, you're not.
Oh my God.
I mean,
it's going to be a running joke.
Tell that to, my entire family, Lauren. I appreciate you out here. But yeah, I'm totally down. If you were to like totally select, like, hey, Kevin, this is like what you should be wearing, and then maybe
Gotcha.
I could do a small little vlog, and I'll be like, hey, so if you remember on the pod, this is what Lauren told me I should
I
get.
love
I
it.
want
We
to
can
see
do
if I
that.
can go get it.
You tell me your like style, like, well, hey, you prefer athletic style or you like, street style, whatever. We can like find you a little like capsule wardrobe and and I like switching things out. So like in high school, I'd like to be like, okay, one piece and let's see how many different outfits I can make with using the same sweater or using the same pair of jeans or things like that. Switching up little things like your shoes or accessories or, like I could be wearing a dress and I wear boots with heels and it's a date night and I put sneakers on and I'm dropping Willow off at school or things like that. So I like to switch it up like that.
Amazing.
Damn.
All right, Lauren, we're gonna talk, but we're gonna be on it.
Okay.
But
100%. This is gonna be great.
so this is outro time. Can't believe this is outro time. So Lauren, again, so one of my favorite things that we like to do on here, celebrate our friends. You're amazing. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us.
You.
You've been so insightful with everything. Now I'm gonna make sure like I watch out for these deals and everything, and I'm gonna make sure I continue to follow your Walmart Wednesdays when you do them. But any
Thank
socials
you.
or anything you want people to find you at?
Yes, so I am at Laura, Laur Sewell. So some people think my name is Laura, but it's actually Lauren. It's just Laura.Sewell. So that is where you can find me.
Yes, amazing.
Awesome.
And thank you for having me. This has been so much fun. I was honored to be invited.
You're
Yes,
welcome back anytime.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. So outro time as it goes. For those that are listening, you can listen to us and continue listening to us on all of our streaming platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Spotify, we're on Google Play, we're on Amazon. Thank you for watching the YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, follow us at the Manly Musings Podcast. Follow Merritt at his Instagram at Merritt_P. Follow me at KQuaver624. Make sure you follow the podcast Instagram at the Manly Musings Pod. And yeah, thank you and good night. Peace, y'all.